What's up, guys? Welcome to Lumberjack's Dynasty! So we're going to go through, play this game, show little tips and tricks and whatnot. Full disclosure, I have played this game for a few hours. I've gone through a lot of the missions and whatnot, and I've realized where I've made mistakes, where I can improve, basically to make things more efficient. And so that's what we're going to go through. I'm going to show this game. The plan is from start to essentially finish. Now this game is in early access, so there are some bugs and whatnot that we have to contend with, and I will talk about that as we go. For now, let's get it on. Alright, here's our opening cutscene, if you will. So we'll take a quick gander at this.
Major changes in your life often come unexpected. A week ago, my favorite Aunt Grace called me. As a boy, I used to spend a lot of time on her lumber farm. Now, of course, she and my Uncle Charles have grown old, and they're looking forward to a happy retirement. They decided to sell their dwindling business and need my help to bring it up to shape. I'm only too happy to help them. Besides, I'm beginning to realize how much I miss the peace and quiet of the mountains, the clean air, the stunning views, and the sweat of good old-fashioned hard work. I'll put my city life on hold, turn off my telephone, and return to the bosom of nature, at least for a while.
Alright, so a few things in this game. Like I said, it is an early access, and so things aren't great. For example, we'll talk some more as we go through the game, but let's go ahead and get through this.
It's been years, but you've grown up so handsome. We've both missed you.
It's nice to see you too. You look great as always, dear Auntie. I'm looking forward to staying with you.
Well, thank you. You'll have our old house all for yourself. We've moved to a smaller house right across the street. It's a lot easier to keep tidy.
I see you want to sell most of your property.
Yes, we're looking for a buyer for the house and the lumber mill. We haven't got the strength anymore, and with no one to help, the buildings are a bit run down.
I'll be only too glad to help you with whatever you need me to do. You realize that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I'm indeed worried about your uncle. He's too old to be out working in the forest, doing all the heavy lifting himself.
I can imagine. The forest has always been very close to his heart. So how about a little tour?
Follow me. I will show you everything.
So one thing right off the get-go that I wish the devs had put in would be to...
You know, I'm really fond of this
I
place.
forgot about all
I've
this.
spent most of my life here.
Is some character customization. I would really like to see some of that.
Hello? Yes, darling? He just arrived.
Voice
Oh,
acting's
no.
good,
Do you
though.
need any help?
I do like that.
I will ask him. Your uncle has a problem in the forest. Could you please get over there and see what's wrong?
Yes, of course. Where can I find him?
He's in a clearing behind the sawmill. I am sure you'll find him right away. Take our old pickup. It's parked in front of the house.
Will do. See you later.
Alright, so we gotta go get the old pickup. The character model's not bad. Voice acting is really good. The graphics, kind of cheesy to be honest. But this game is really... I'm surprised at how fun it is. So we can drive in first-person view, or by pressing the C button, we can go to a third person. It's all, you know, how you want to deal with it. This game does have one of my criticisms is that you don't do a whole lot of lumberjacking to begin with. It's a lot of extra crap is the best way to put it, I think. But anyways, let's go over here and talk to Uncle, see what he's got to say. Where are you, Uncle? There you are.
Hello, lad. Good to see you.
Nice
Hey,
to
Scottish.
see you too, dear uncle. Aunt Grace told me you have a problem.
Got stuck in the mud. I used to be better at handling an accelerator. Can you help me?
Sure, no problem. What do you want me to do?
Get on the tractor and try to attach the trailer. Let's see if you can get it out of the water.
Alright, so we're going to get into his beautiful tractor here. Much better than what we start off with. And we're just going to back this sucker up. Now, let's see here. Oh, there it is. Press Q to hitch it. And then we pull her out of the water.
Well done. You have some skill, you know that?
Yeah,
But this is just the beginning. Let's see if you remember how to handle a tree.
so much skill I can
Follow
drive
me,
a
lad.
tractor.
Now pick up the chainsaw. Still remember what I taught you. Be careful.
Alright, so we're going to grab our chainsaw here. It wants us to cut this tree down. So let's do that. Left mouse button, and then all we got to do is move our mouse in time with this orange bar here. And then
Good job.
timber.
Great technique. You really have grown up strong. Now you need to cut away the branches and cut the trunk into logs. Think you
Alright,
can
cut
load
away
the
the
logs
branches
onto
and
the
then
trailer?
cut the trunk
Bring the
into
vehicles here
logs.
and give it a try.
Jesus. So we press the right mouse button and we go into this engineer's view, and that shows us where we got to go to cut away the branches. So I just hold that down and then press the left mouse button to cut these away. Oops. Then we get this spot here, and that's where we're going to start making the logs. I don't have another one, right? Good. So, one of the things that I recommend doing, and even at this starting point, can we do it? No, we can't. Oh, that sucks. Alright, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Alright, so Grandpa, you're just gonna get in here with me, huh? That's cool, I guess. So now we gotta go and pick up these logs using our log trailer here. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I call it, so that's what we're gonna go with. So we're just gonna scooch around right here, press the left mouse button to activate the crane. And we're gonna go over until we get here. As you can see, press enter to pick it up. And then we just drop it into our trailer. We're going to do the same thing with all three of these. Just like that. And then we're going to drop these logs off at the river, which is what we have to do in order to, how do I say it? In order to process the logs for sale. So we're just going to come over here. Just like that, we'll pick up this log and we're going to start dropping them into the river. And then we have to drive
Well
back
done.
to the
Thank
farm
you,
and
lad.
talk to Auntie.
Well, enough for today. Let's just head home.
So this is actually
Thanks
going
again
to
for
be the
helping me.
mill that we work
You
out
did just
of.
fine today. Perhaps you'd like to help us with the farm and lumber mill some more, eh? Or even think about settling down here. Life is good and quiet. I'm sure you'd like it. You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it while you're helping us here for a week or two. And then we'll see if you like living here, alright?
A week or two. That's funny. It's definitely gonna be longer than a week or two. So that's just a quick introduction into the logging aspect of this game. Now let's get into the other part, which is what we're going to be doing a lot
Hello,
of.
boys. Did you sort it out?
Yes, it was a refreshing experience.
If you still feel like it, I will show you around the farm.
Yeah, of course.
I would love to have a look around.
Healthy food has always been important to us. Charlie planted these apple trees many, many years ago. They still bear lots of fruit.
And they are very important. And I'll go over that later.
I've always dreamed of putting up a hive here, but, well, I never did. It would be really good for the trees and the flowers, and I just love honey.
Another very important thing as of right now.
The greenhouse is in pretty good condition. You can buy seeds in the store and you could grow vegetables really fast. This farm could become self-reliant in no time.
And we will be using that.
Now the workshop, your uncle's kingdom. You can refuel and wash every vehicle here. With a few improvements, you should even be able to carry out your own repairs. It hurts me to see the buildings in this awful state. If you are up to it, you might start doing something about it right away. There should be some tools in the workshop.
Alright, so let's go inside the workshop here. That's not a door. As you can see, this place is pretty decrepit. It needs a lot of help. Well, let's go ahead and grab our nail gun.
So you
Now
found
we can
something.
repair buildings.
Good. Now you can try it out. Do you think you can fix this wall?
So, as you can see here, we've got this hammer. And we can also see all the places that need to be fixed by right-clicking and holding down the right mouse button. It all turns red here. We're not going to do all of that. I don't think we're going to do all of it anyways. We might.
You are real natural, dear. These repairs will do for now, but of course it doesn't look too pretty, does it? But once you can produce planks in the sawmill, you can restore these walls to their former glory. Only fully dried planks can be used for buildings, so if you're in a hurry, you'll have to buy some in the store. And you can repaint these too. I'm sure someone will teach you how to do that.
Okay, so let's stop right there. We can repair this whole shop, but we don't want to. The reason being is because later in the game, we're going to actually produce wood planks and we're going to rebuild it and then hopefully repaint it. I never got to a part where I could actually repaint yet. I don't know if it's put into the game yet. I don't know if that system is available. Same thing with animals. I haven't seen any animals that we can deal with. I haven't figured out how to buy them, so I'm not 100% sure that that is a system in the game. So, the reason why I didn't complete this is because of that. We are going to end up rebuilding it, so I don't want to waste time.
I remember the old days when this barn was full of animals. If you can repair these walls and the roof, you'll be able to keep animals in here again. See if you can climb up and check out the roof. Then you can use scaffolding to carry out the necessary repairs.
Alright, so we're going to grab our scaffolding, just like this. And you can see here we get highlights of where we can put it, so we're going to put one there, and we need one to climb up. Here we go. Right there. Then we're going to come back to our nail gun here. And here's Sometimes when you come up these scaffolding, you can't climb all the way up. So you have to sprint while climbing, and that's holding the shift key. So here we're going to repair this roof. And I'm not sure if just repairing the roof will give us the cutscene or not.
Come on, I'll show you the house.
Okay, that's all we needed to do. So, cool.
This house needs renovating too, but it should be cozy enough for you as it is. I'm sorry we can't offer you anything better, but at least you'll have a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. You can cook for yourself and relax in the evenings.
No, we can't. So basically the only thing the house is good for right now is for the bed where you can rest and sleep, and that's really it. We can't cook, we can't do anything like that yet, so...
Try to get to know the neighbors. I'm sure they'll help you too. We have fishermen, herbalists, farmers, you name it. Peaceful and friendly people.
There's plenty of work in our lumber mill out there. Make sure to check it out as well. You should be able to get it going again, and who knows, maybe even make it profitable.
And remember, whenever you need anything, you can always come to us. You can be sure I'll have some treat waiting for you. You know you must always eat well and get plenty of sleep to keep up your strength.
See you soon, lad.
Alright, so... look around the farm, go to sleep when you feel tired. That's our next thing. Before we get into that, there's some things we want to do. First thing is, by right-clicking and holding down the right mouse button, we see that these apples turn gold. That means we can go ahead and harvest them, which we are going to do. Apples are very important. This is one of the ways that we can basically sustain ourselves without spending money. And that's very important. Money, it's easy to come by, but it's very tedious to come by. So the less we have to spend on things that we don't need, such as food, the better. So we're just going to go ahead and harvest all of these apples, and once I have all these apples, actually, you know what? There's 3 areas that we can get the apples, so I might as well just show you guys all of them. So we have this apple orchard here, right next to the greenhouse. And then we've got 2 others that we can harvest apples from. You should get something like 100 apples or so if you harvest them all at once. And I know you guys saw that green, those green highlights that looked like beehives and scarecrow. We will get into that as well. The beehives especially are very good because they give us honey, which we can either use to eat or we can sell the honey. Honey in this game sells at a pretty good premium. So if you're tight on cash, if you just need a couple hundred more euro, you go and sell the honey to one of the people at the stores, and you are golden. So I think I got all the apples from this orchard. It looks like it. Alright, so beehives. When we right click, we can see where we can build them. We are going to place as many of these guys as we can. So we're down to 500 euro. That sucks. But these guys are very, very important, like I was telling you. Next up, we are going to come over here to the greenhouse. And we're going to go to... oh, do I have to repair it? No, I don't. Okay. So we come over to this shelf, and as you can see, we got 5 pieces of zucchini. We're going to click on that. Wait, what? Oh, I have to, here we go. So we're going to plant the zucchini just like this. I think that's 5, yep. We're going to come back over here. We're going to grab 10 pieces of tomato. We are going to plant these guys. Again, this is all about self-sustaining ourselves. That way we're not spending money on stuff that we don't need. Pumpkin seeds. Oh, why did I... Okay, whatever, we'll come back to that. So that's all of those. Then we're going to come back here, grab that zucchini piece that for some reason we picked up, and we'll plant that. Then we come over to this guy here. And what we want to do is we want to get that green arrow into that comfort zone and then press E again to make it stop. So as you can see, now we're squirting water all over the place. And this first time it takes a while, but if you check on this every single day, then you'll be good. And as you can see, this does cost money. You see that money counter going down up there in the upper left hand corner there. So we're going to go all the way to there and stop it right there. So it'll take a long time for it to go all the way back down, but we're going to check on it every single day. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to grab the apples from this part of the orchard. And once I'm done doing this, I will bring you guys back. Alright, so we got all the apples from this orchard, and now it's time to build us some more beehives. I don't think we can do... Yep, that's it. Alright, so we can build one more there. We can plant a scarecrow there, which I should have done in the other one, but basically the scarecrow will just keep our apples safe. Moving over... There's one more small area for apples that we want to get. I'm just going to go ahead and open up this gate here because I go through it all the time. So we have this area here of apples as well. So I'm going to go ahead and collect those, and I will be right back, and we'll see what our total yield is. Alright guys, so I collected up all the apples from this third orchard, and over here, there it is. You can see we've got places for 3 more beehives. So that's something to keep in mind. We do want to build those as soon as we can. But let's go ahead and take a look. By pressing tab, we can see that we have 70 euros, 200 or 2,250 social points, the time in-game and the date in-game. It shows us all our tools. It shows us all our skills. It shows us that we're at 57 on food and 50 on sleep. And we come over here to food. Looks like we got some non-alcoholic beer, which provides us with 45, which is really good. We want to keep beer. Beer in this game is probably one of the best things you can consume to replenish your hunger. Grilled sausage is at 28. And then we picked up 157 apples, guys. But that's fine. They replenish 10. So, you know, when you're on a job and you start feeling hungry, you can't do stuff, you just eat a couple apples, you're good to go again. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go inside, we're going to sleep because that is part of our mission. So let's go ahead and take care of that now. This house needs some serious help. And where we can sleep is all the way up in here. We can go to any of these bedrooms. I generally go to this one here. And so we can take a week's rest, or we can sleep in the comfortable bed. We're just going to sleep in the comfortable bed for now. Alright, so we just slept. We're at 100% there. Let's eat some food. So we're going to consume a beer. And now we're at 100% for the beer. And as you can see, we got to return to Auntie and see what she has to say. The map in this game seems like it's rather large, but it's not. You can traverse it pretty quickly, so don't worry about that. And we can check the map out by pressing M. We can scroll out just like that. All these orange areas are bits of forest that we can buy to harvest the wood. These icons are our general stores. Here's where we can drop off logs into the river. We got a gas station over here, building material there, where we can buy new vehicles there and here. Here's where we can sell all our lumber. Obviously our house, this is our lumber mill. And these recreational areas, they don't highlight as anything. As far as I can tell, this is just where you can go to build houses. So there's that. But anyways, let's move on
Hello,
here.
dear. Good to see you.
And
Hello, Auntie.
how are you?
I am fine, darling. But you look half starved, dear.
I
Here.
just ate.
I've prepared something for you.
So she really didn't prepare anything for us. We didn't get anything in her inventory, but if you are low on food, you can go to her once a day and she will replenish your health. Or your hunger, I should say.
Need me to help you with something?
I haven't heard from Lily for quite some time. Could you go over there and see if she's okay? She is a herbalist, so she might be able to teach you a thing or two, too.
Alright, so there's that. If you ask her about stuff,
I need to ask you something.
Of course, sweetheart. What do you want to know?
so it tells you about all this stuff here. You can go through it if you want. I'm gonna go through it just to make sure it doesn't unlock anything. We'll see what happens.
That greenhouse. What's it used for?
What uses it? Well, you can grow all kinds of vegetables in it. They grow much quicker than they do outside. You can buy seedlings and seeds in the store to plant them in the greenhouse. If you look after your vegetables, water them well and keep them warm, they will grow quickly. Of course, you can use homegrown vegetables in two ways: cook them or sell them.
Or just eat them raw.
You mentioned animals.
You can keep cows and hens in the barn you saw on the farm. Perhaps even geese or ducks. Just think of it, having your own eggs and milk. Good food and good profit, too. You have to collect the eggs and milk the cows yourself every morning, but I'm sure you'd really like the real farm life here. You could also keep a cat to keep mice and rats away. Maybe a rooster if you're fancy. And of course a dog is your trusty companion. A lot of people around here keep sheep, too. Naturally, there is more work with them, but sheep are so lovely.
Yeah, like I said before, animals I don't think have been put into the game yet, so we can ignore that.
What can you tell me about gardening?
There's a small orchard there already, and the apples are delicious. You could always put up some scarecrows to keep thieving birds away. You can also grow some flowers, if you want to. I am sure they would look great on your farm. Talking of flowers, you could make an old dream of mine come true and make your own honey, too. That would be wonderful.
All
Do
right.
you have any cooking tips for me?
Well, most of the things you produce are edible. Apples, vegetables, eggs, honey. You could can most of them and make jams and other preserves. Also, you can buy cookbooks to learn how to make more delicious meals, either for yourself or for sale. With a certain skill, you will learn how to experiment and be creative in your cooking. I am sure these meals will be delicious, too.
Yeah, I haven't found any cookbooks either. Any
other advice you can give me?
Well, folks around here are really friendly. So get around and talk to people. You can also ask Charles here. He knows everybody around here and should be able to tell you who could probably use a little help.
All right.
Gotta go. Look after yourself.
Thanks for the advice, Auntie, I guess. Next, we got to talk to our uncle.
Need me to help you with something?
Well, yes, actually. Our pickup, Christine, is left in the forest. She's not worth much, but it would be a shame if somebody stole her. Would you mind driving her back here?
Alright, so we gotta go pick up that old pickup truck. It looks like Uncle took his tractor and his trailer already. And then we're going to get to a point, guys, where we're going to cut this off, but it's not going to be until after this mission, I think. So, we are going to head over here. We should have logs in there, yep. One thing I wish that we did have in here is an actual warehouse to store stuff, to store our pallets and our particle board. And you'll see what I'm talking about in later episodes with that. So, driving, I usually just press T. That puts on the cruise control. And it just means that I don't have to press that button, the W button, to go forward. That's all it's good for. But it does come in handy when your fingers get tired in this game, which they will do quickly. Alright, so we're going to get out of here, go talk to Uncle again. I believe this is where he tells us that he's going to let us, give us a cut into the lumber mill. Jeez, Uncle, where you going, man? Just wandering around like some dementia patient.
I brought the car like you asked.
Wonderful, thank you. Now that I think about it, you could use the truck more than I do now. Why don't you use her while you're here? She's not much, but I'm sure you'll like her. You should go and see Oliver. Last time we talked, he mentioned something about his barn that needs some repairs. Perhaps you could help him. I actually feel bad about asking you, but you've seen our old house and farm buildings. They're all in really bad condition. Could you bring them back to life? What do you think? Help us old folks. We will share the extra profit, but only after we sell it. I cannot afford to pay you at the moment, but if you help, you will live comfortably while you stay here.
That sounds good. I'll sort that out.
Okay, so apparently we do need to repair all the farm buildings, which sucks. But we do get to keep the truck, which is nice. We just unlocked a whole bunch of missions, so we are going to take a look at all this stuff, probably in a later episode. But for now, hey, piggy, that just goes right through the truck and disappears. That is awesome. So we're just, let's park our truck over here, I think. Yeah, this is a good spot. So as you can see, we are getting just a crap ton of quests. The way we can take a look at that is by pressing M. That tells us a place to stay, repair all the farm buildings, so unfortunately we do have to repair them all. I was hoping to get away with not doing that, but it is what it is. We can go over here to the unfinished tower. I forgot what we get from that. But anyways, Oliver and his barn, which is a good one, and a small secret, which is we talk to Aunt Grace again. Why are we... Okay, you know what, let's go talk to Aunt Grace again. I don't know why... Okay, whatever. A lot of back and forth. But she's right here, so let's go talk to her before we wrap this up and see what she wants us to do.
I spotted a rather strange-looking man down by the river.
Oh, yeah.
He hid in the bushes when he saw me. Could you please check on him? I must say I'm a little scared.
Will do. See you later.
Alright, so that actually is going to introduce us into the fishing mechanic of this game, which is a nice deviation if you just want to sit back and chill for a while. I find that it's... Dang, I almost tripped that thing all the way up. I find that fishing is actually kind of fun to do when it's raining and you know you're just going to get bogged down if you try to log anything, so there's that. But anyways, guys, I think, did I not get all those? Oh, I forgot to get all the apples over here. Dadgummit. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to grab these right quick. I totally forgot about these ones. So we're going to have a lot of apples, actually. I can't believe I forgot about this string of trees. So we're just going to grab those right quick. That way I know that I have them. But anyway, so that is going to be our introduction. In the next episode, guys, we are going to fix this farmhouse up. And that'll probably be it for that one. I don't know. But for now, this is what it is. I'm curious to see what you guys think so far. I know we haven't done anything that sounds like lumberjacking outside of cutting down a tree. But it is what it is. But I'm going to cut it there, guys. As always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you next time.